Hey friends, welcome back to Simply Home and Harvest. I'm Jen, and today we're going to continue planting some flowers. As you can see, the skies are a little gray and it's pretty cool today. Today is actually the first day of May and I don't think it's going to make it out of the 50s. We woke up to the heat running this morning and I had lots planned to get into the ground today, but I think I'm going to have to hold off planting my vegetable garden and focus on getting the flowers in their containers. I've got a window box or a couple of window boxes that I'm going to be working on today. Hopefully we don't get rained out and we can get a lot accomplished. So I couldn't help myself, y'all. I went to the garden center again and picked up some beautiful flowers. So let me show you what I got. So because we do have a few more containers to fill, also we've got the window boxes that Tim built for our shed in the backyard. So I can't wait to show you those and to fill those. But because we have all that going on, I knew I needed more flowers. I picked up another, these are the 4-packs, and I got these from the local garden center that I went to a few days ago. But this is another pack of the violas, and these are, let's see if I can get the tag. These are the penny yellows. I did want to go back and get more of the calibrachoas. So I picked up, let's see, one in, what color is this? This one doesn't have a tag on it, but this one is just like the couple that I got before. So I picked up one in this beautiful pink color, and then I also got one that has some yellow, like a muted yellow color, and I've actually already moved that to the front porch, so I'll have to show you that here in a few minutes. But I got an extra one of these for hanging baskets. I picked up another pack of the purple alyssums. Actually, I got 2 packs of those, and I'm going to use those especially in the window boxes. I think they'll be really pretty, like trellising over the front. I got another pack of the white alyssum. So I picked up some more verbena, but instead of getting the red verbena this time, I got this beautiful peach color. The name of it is Obsession Apricot. So that's beautiful, like a peachy color. Love that. Then I got another pack of the white. And again, these will go in our containers, maybe even our window boxes as well. And then I picked up lantana. Lantana is one of my favorites to grow every year. It forms more of a bush, and it is just, it's beautiful, and it just keeps blooming, and it'll take over a garden bed if you don't have enough room for it. So I think my idea, and I did a little reading on the card here, is to maybe put this in the center of the window boxes. So I got this beautiful red chili color. I got 2 of those. I thought maybe to put each one of those in the window boxes. And then I love the landscape banana pink. Last year, I believe this was called Pink Lemonade, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I think I'll put this on the side of the house in our little flower garden over there because it's already quite large. So I think it'll spread out really well. The thing I think I'm gonna do is go ahead and dig these trees out. I talked about this in my last video, and they were beautiful for a couple of years, maybe even 3 years, but this year they're dead. So we're gonna get those out of here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the planters yet. Thought about moving them to the garden. I thought about painting them. I really don't have time to paint them now. You can see that the white that we painted probably a good 2 or 3 years ago it started to chip off, and the original olive color is shining through. So I'm debating on just leaving them like they are in their rusticness and using them to plant something in, maybe in the garden, and then maybe next year we'll give them a fresh coat of paint. these go. You can see they're pretty busted up. When I went to move them, the paint was chipping even more and they started to break. See, there's holes on the bottom there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these. That one's completely busted inside. And I will either get another planter or use what I have. Y'all, I am having the hardest time with the wind today. It keeps blowing over my tripod, and I'm trying to show you the process of getting all these flowers in containers. So what I'm gonna do is just tell you what I'm doing, and then I'll come back and show you the end result, just because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to do it today and get any work done. But I already mixed all of our soil. I'm gonna mix this together and amend the soil that was in the containers already. This way I can use what I have, save the soil from last year, add some more nutrients to it, and I've done this my whole gardening life and it's always worked out well, so I'm going to continue that process. So I did add a bag of the Stay Green potting mix in with this, and then right here is a hanging basket I'm going to work on. It's going to match back to the others that we did last week. Over here, what I think I've decided to do in this open area is I found this really pretty planter down in my shed. I'm going to add the lantana here. I don't know whether I'll put any more flowers in that container, just because I believe that lantana is going to take over in that small space, but it will spread out, and I think that's what I'd rather do rather than plant anything in the ground there. So that's what I decided on that. Well, friends, it's been a few days and a lot has happened. We actually got everything in planters. It's so beautiful. Some of the flowers have opened, so I'm excited to show you what it looks like now, about a week later. Also, we had Ella's graduation and her graduation party here. So, like I said, a lot has went down since I picked up the camera. It's been a very busy time in our lives. So I'm not going to include the window boxes in this video, but that will be in the next video. So make sure you stick around, hit that subscribe button, and stick around for the next video because you don't want to miss how they turned out. I am thrilled and so excited just to share that with you because they are super cute. So we'll save that for next time. But for right now, I'm just going to go around and show you some of the containers and some of the flowers that have opened up and how it's just looking so pretty, so fresh, so springy around here. So this is kind of where I left you. I showed you this flower arrangement, and you can see now that everything is starting to really spread out and bloom. The alyssum is looking really good. The white and the purple mixture there. And then this is a verbena, a peach colored one. And then this is that one that is red, I believe. Then we have our viola in the back. And then our sweet Cosmo. They stayed closed up until the morning of Ella's party. And then they all opened up. I think all but one. Maybe this was the last one to open. But I was just really happy that they decided to open up on that morning because everything just looked so beautiful for her party. And we had all of our guests outside. We had a tent up and we used our deck, and the weather held out, so it was just a really nice time. And here's just an update on the wildflowers that I planted. You'll see that one of the marigolds is trying to open, but really no blooms on any of the others. So we're just gonna keep hoping. They're still all green and standing, so that's a good sign. It's another pretty Cosmo that opened up. It's a white one, and I put some basil in this pot just because I was trying to get that basil in a pot. So I don't know if it'll be able to stay there, but for now I thought that was a good spot. We've got our rosemary here planted, and it's looking a little droopy. I tried to put it over here because it was a more shaded spot. It gets, you know, a substantial amount of sun, but I wanted to give it some shade as well too. Hopefully it'll perk back up. Not sure what's going on with that. And then look how gorgeous, y'all. This is the planter that we did on the last video. But look at that beautiful Cosmo. And like I said, it opened up on Sunday morning, and all of the flowers, the alyssum, the verbena, the viola, all of them are starting to spread out and fill that container up. And then we have its twin sister over here, looking just as beautiful. Again, that flower opened up for us. Just gorgeous. I did get some bird seed in our feeder. So we've got it full now. I haven't seen any birds visiting yet, but sooner or later they'll figure out where the food is. And then coming over here, our lantana is doing great, but it's looking a little droopy right now just because the sun is at its hottest point on this side of the house. So it will, once the shade hits it, it'll be fine. But a lot of times it will start looking droopy like that, but then by afternoon it perks back up. Then we've got our salvia. The salvia plant is starting to come out and bloom. See the pretty purple on that. One of our roses here is looking so beautiful. And then this is one of the hanging baskets, one of 3 that we planted. It's looking great. It's filling out. We've got the calibrachoa, the viola, and then some verbena in there. That's looking good. I ended up putting our yellow calibrachoa in this teapot planter or coffee mug planter. I'm really not sure, but it looks really good right here on our little table on the porch. And then I was able to hold out and pick out 2 ferns from Lowe's. They did drop the price, 2 for $24, so I was able to get them for $12 a piece, which is a very good deal. Now I do want to eventually get some chain so that they're not so high up, and maybe so they'll drop down some. I think that will look a little bit better just to have them suspended a little bit. But until then, and for now, I think they look great there. And so far, the birds have left them alone and no one has built a nest. Now, I couldn't show you the porch without showing you my favorite new addition, which is this beautiful wreath. I actually picked up the wreath at Hobby Lobby, and believe it or not, it's part of the fall collection, just the wreath, not this part. But it was looking a little plain, so I went over to where their signs were. I found this sign and attached it to the bow underneath, and I just think it is the most gorgeous welcome at our front door, and I think that it's something that can go through the rest of the seasons on up until I pull out my fall decorations. Well, I couldn't complete our tour without showing you the hanging baskets that I've got on either side of the garden. These are the same as the one I showed you earlier with the calibrachoa, the verbena, and the viola, but you'll see how the verbena has already started to spread out and like move into the center. I just think that's so gorgeous. And then over here, we've got a matching basket, and it's pretty much doing the same thing. I picked up these baskets last year off Amazon, and they're the self-watering baskets, but this year I decided to take out the self-watering feature because, I don't know, it just didn't work like I wanted it to work last year. So I'm just hand watering these, and then I've got the drain open in the bottom so that they can drain. But so far, they are absolutely gorgeous. All right, friends, that's going to complete today's video showing you our container gardening and everything we've got going on around our porch and deck areas, and then here in the garden as well. But on the next video, I am going to show you those window boxes. So like I said, make sure you stay tuned for that. So until next time, remember to live simply, use what you have, enjoy the moments you've been given, and I'll see you guys in the next one.